Came here to take over the game. Yeah. Still. You know what's going on. Yeah. It's still politics as usual. Life looking beautiful. Talking real heavy. More heavy than the usual. Shook the whole world up. That type of motion new to you. To us it's a throwback. Losing, we don't know that. Only give them our facts. That's exact what y'all lack. Always show the people love, so they show us love back.
Yeah. Welcome. You are welcome. We are the Politics as Usual podcast. You are rocking with the best. We are back for another episode. So glad to be with you on this evening or whenever you're watching us. I got my main man with me. His name is Mr. Adam Carter. What's up, my man?
What's up, Jack? I've kept my receipts, Jack.
you gotta keep. You never know when you're gonna need them. Well, it's good on this episode number 9. We almost there.
We rolling, Jack. Episode 9. We rolling right through these episodes, Jack.
People don't know we're on a 10-episode contract. We'll see if we can come back. Number 11, depending on the negotiations. But we are here after Christmas. I know you had a great Christmas with the family, great holiday season, and just some great basketball. A lot of topics to get into. Great lineup tonight. Looking forward to it.
Let's jump right in, Jack. Let's do our Christmas Day games recap.
Yes, sir.
So let's run through it, Jack. So we had the Celtics versus the Lakers.
Yes.
We had the Heat versus the Sixers.
Ugh.
We had the Bucks versus the Knicks, and we had the Nuggets versus the Warriors, and we had the Mavs versus the Suns. Kind of uneventful games, most of those games.
Not too memorable. I think when we started with the Bucks and the Knicks.
Yes, started with the Bucks and the Knicks. I was surprised by that game, Jack.
Jalen Brunson, man. They said he's not that dude, and undersized guards, but there's only a few of them out there. He may be in that. There's only about 5 of them. We got AI, Isaiah.
He kept his receipts, Jack. He heard what they were saying on the TV shows that he's not a 1A.
Man, listen, man.
He's not a 1A. What was it, Becky?
Yeah, Becky. Yeah, she said he's not that dude, and he's not a 1A. They need a guy. That may be true for a lot of them small guards, but they may have something special up there with Jalen Brunson in New York.
Right, man. He looked really good, man. The Knicks beat the Bucks 129-22. A little disappointing. We were talking about it. I thought the Bucks and Giannis and Lillard, I thought they needed a statement game on a big day,
Yeah, Christmas, man.
Christmas Day. I thought Lillard was going to, come out, put on a show, and he did not.
He did.
He did no such thing.
Yeah, man. I was riding with the Bucks for that because they've been rolling, playing good, but they're not the best road team. They're kind of sub 500 on the road, which is shocking when I saw that. But on the bright lights, maybe the best thing about the game is watching Fat Joe and 50 Cent. They had everybody. They had 1,000 pounds of fur on the front row with Tracy. But I was like, look at all that. They must have called each other and said, I'm wearing a white one. I'm wearing it too. So they came and showed up on Christmas with that Santa white fur coats on.
Yeah, Fat Joe pulled out those Kelly Green 11 suede 11s that most people have never seen. I think they were originally made for the Philadelphia Eagles when they won most recently. Yes. So Fat Joe, he's a sneaker king. He pulled those things out, Jack.
Man, I love them, man. Yeah, that was as you said, uneventful game. But I thought Giannis and them will pull it out, but I was wrong. Shout out to the Knicks.
Man. The Knicks look good on Christmas afternoon. And then we had the Boston Celtics versus the Los Angeles Lakers. Celtics won 126-115. Another kind of uneventful game. AD had a good game. He had 40. Porzingis had a big game. He had 28, but not too much from Brown. Brown went out, I believe, right? Didn't Brown get
LeBron kicked him in the back.
Yeah, and so wasn't as great of a game as we would have hoped.
I was hoping for that. I thought that was the marquee game. And the Lakers, man, they always get out to these slow starts. They got to climb out the hole. And yeah, man, but it was Porzingis was a difference maker in that game. And I don't know what people was thinking with them, like, yo, Porzingis ain't gonna be the guy. He's like the third guy on that team.
Yeah.
Big difference when you gotta be the first guy and they the third guy.
He might even be the fourth, man.
With Drew out there. Listen, the Boston Celtics, buddy.
Listen,
when they cooking.
I got a question for you though.
What's that?
My little cousin Princeton Brown brought up a great point. He said every year Jason Tatum and the Boston Celtics have a great lineup.
Set me up.
But they don't win anything. At what point are we going to start? Tatum going to start to get this?
Yeah,
everybody else ends up getting it. When's he going to get it?
He's going to get the treat.
Don't start winning something big.
According to executive producer Brandi, he's a national treasure. This high yellow boy is a national treasure. Look, I think if they don't get it this year, then he's going to get the criticism because he kind of avoided it.
He's been avoiding it.
And I heard Shannon Sharp said, you got to bring the same level of standard and critique you have for LeBron like you do for the other superstars. That's the point. Nobody be getting that with LeBron. Listen, everything when he lose, the world's coming to an end.
The world
regular season game. I'm like, dog, I've seen this movie before. Get them in the playoffs. They're gonna be in the conference finals, I think, minimum. But for Tatum, I think this is his best opportunity. And if they don't get to the finals this year, they don't win it this year, I think it's going to be like a choke job.
Yeah, I mean, at some point, he's going to have to start to get the criticism. Brown, too. Brown got that big contract. Brown is going to have to start to get some of that criticism, too.
Yeah, man, y'all, I think it's there. They can, and they always, great point that y'all two made about them accumulating wins and setting us up. Like, for real, they had no business to me losing to the Heat last year. I still can't figure that out.
No way. But
we snuck, the Sixers handed them the series.
Yeah. Right. Speaking of those,
they supposed to beat the Heat.
Yeah. Speaking of those Miami Heat, Jack, they played the 76ers in a very uneventful game. No Embiid, no Jimmy buckets.
How disappointing was that, man?
My God.
I know if you hurt an ankle last game, but
listen, we sat down on the couch. I said, man, listen, the Sixers are getting ready to come on. I said, Jimmy Butler and Embiid, they going to go at it. And then I saw neither of them were playing. I said, well, let me turn the football game back on.
I said, Paul Reed. Starting today. Oh, Jimmy.
What is he doing in there?
And Tyrese Maxey picked the biggest stage to have his worst game. Oh,
worst game. 0 for 9 in the first half. I mean, a very uneventful game. He needed that big game too on that big stage. None of the superstars really, except for probably the last game, none of the superstars that were playing in these Christmas Day games, they really showed up on Christmas Day, Jack.
No, not at all. But like Kelly Oubre was balling.
Mm-hmm.
Great pickup by the Sixers.
Right.
Great pick.
I saw somewhere where it said
it's funny already.
Kelly Oubre got hit by a car, and yet he's still out there playing before Bradley Beal.
Took him hit by in Philly nonetheless. He beat Bill to the oh my God.
So let's run through these last couple of games real quick, Jack. So the Sixers lost to the Heat. And the next game we had the Warriors versus the Nuggets. The Nuggets won 120-114. Another game I thought Steph would have showed up.
Him and Clay. I thought Clay was out of the slump. He had 9 points.
Right. And the Joker didn't even really have a big game, Jack.
That's Jamal Murray.
Yeah, he's serious, man. He's as good as advertised.
Fit so good, Porter and Gordon and another player the Lakers should have kept, Caldwell Pope.
Oh man, they definitely should have kept him.
Man, that team,
definitely should have kept him. And then in the last game, Jack, the Dallas Mavericks beat the Phoenix Suns 128-114. Luka, the one superstar that showed up, gave him a 50-piece sauce on
They scared of Luka. The Suns.
Listen.
Ever since that loss cooked, they are afraid of him. Yo, he be talking to Booker.
Oh my God,
man!
I know Booker
I had to fight him.
To see him across the court.
No, and Durant 7. It's like he wasn't even out there.
Yeah,
and here's the thing: if it's enough, if you're a superstar and you're out there, it's enough for you to be competitive,
right? Unless you're the Detroit Pistons. Segway King, Jack. Pistons may never win another game, Jack.
They're gonna be the first team in NBA history to lose 1,500 games in one season. yo, I feel sorry when I see Cade Cunningham, all this potential. Like, yo, his face, man. Oh, my team.
Listen, Jack, I'll give you $1 million if you can name the Detroit Pistons starting lineup.
Not pressure. First we got,
I don't know it, Jack.
Like, we got Joe Dumars, Dennis Rodman, Rip Hamilton, Rasheed Wallace, and Josie Billups.
Daily.
Listen, I didn't know if whoever started for them, I don't know if their mama know they started. They ain't claiming them. You know how you know my son in the league. No, not with these guys. 27.
Listen,
27?
I looked up the starting lineup to see, and I'm like, okay, I know a couple of these players, but it was definitely some of those players that they would have asked Charles Barkley on inside the NBA if he knew those players. He would have got all of those wrong.
Yo,
I didn't know half of the guys.
Here's what's funny. They didn't beat the Jazz. That was the game I thought that, because now everybody's like, we ain't losing to them.
No.
It's the game of the year now.
Yeah, listen, I'm going out to get 50 if I play the Detroit Pistons.
I ain't breaking that streak on us. So,
listen, man, I saw that our boy Alan Showell took his son. He said he took his son to the Brooklyn game. And he said, I don't know why my son likes Cade Cunningham and the Detroit Pistons, but he got it for him for Christmas. So shout out to Showell.
What? I didn't even know that, yo. Out of all the players, I gotta have a conversation with Showell. What are you doing wrong? All the players in the league.
But listen, Showell's a good pop because even though he knew it was going to be a bad game, he took his son anyway. So Father of the Year right there.
You a salute, because I'd have got out of that somehow. I'd have probably broke my own arm instead of going to see them play.
Gave my own self a flat.
Oh my God, man.
Listen, man, so they made history. So we were talking about it a little bit before we came on here. The record for the most consecutive games lost in a row is 28, actually. And that's by the 76ers, who did that in the course of 2 seasons combined. The end of one season, the beginning of another one. So the Pistons are knocking on that door, and Chuck Daly is doing backflips in his grave.
Bill Lambert and them. Yo, and we were talking about earlier, there's a sign outside. The fans inside talking about sell the team, trash bags on their head. There's a sign outside that says, anybody, please come in.
Bring your own snacks.
Walking right in. You can do whatever you sit, whatever you can sit on the court. Come right in. No searching. You can do whatever you want. Oh man.
Anywhere. They let you coach if you ask. All you got to do is that.
Yo, you want to be there. Marty, look, that coaching staff, the trainer don't want to be there. Oh my God, man.
Listen, you can go out on the court during halftime. You can do the show. The cheerleaders don't want to be there. The mascot.
Popcorn is ice cold. I guarantee you.
They said you can go back there and get your own beer.
They were like, "Oh, you brother."
Oh my God. Can you imagine your own fans saying sell the team? They don't even want a team in Detroit. That's bad. That is awful.
Sell the team. Here's I keep forgetting to check who's the ownership group, because man, listen, they're not a visible owner, so we don't know. They can just be walking around.
They probably the ones with the sign up that says sell the team.
Yo, it's We want out of this business. I don't know, how did it get that bad, man?
Oh my God.
Bad in Detroit.
Listen, and the last game against the Brooklyn Nets, Cade Cunningham gave him 40. Like, I mean, I feel bad for that young kid, man. You're very excited about, going to the draft, and they got a nice team, though. I mean, relatively. Yes. I mean, obviously, 2000, they're not that good, but they have some pieces. Yeah, Wiseman is over there. I thought he was going to be a nice pick for them. Cade Cunningham. Joe Harris is there. I saw that. I'm like, man,
Joe Harris plays over there.
Those Harris is on that team. I said, man, is that where they send players to retire?
Bogdanovich is over there.
Yeah.
They fooled me because I thought they would be a competitive team in the East. But, man, they might go down as one of the worst teams ever.
Yeah, and the sad thing about it is, like we've said for the last couple of weeks, I don't really know who's out there. There's no superstar. There's no Wemby coming. There's no LeBron James walking through the door. There's nobody.
The wrong year to be bad.
Yeah.
We need to be this bad next year when Cooper comes out.
Yeah, man. Yeah, I think in the next draft class, but they might lose the rest of these games and be in the lottery next year too.
You know what? They're gonna try to draft Angel Reese. You could have got him a game or two. God, man.
They are not very good.
Poor Monty Williams, man. Poor Monty Williams. Well, not poor Monty Williams, because he's making like $10 million a year. He feels bad too, that direct deposit hit.
To that direct deposit. He goes straight to the Gucci store. Straight to Louis.
All right. I'll be all right.
On the bench, they think he's drawing up plays. He's looking at boats. He's looking to buy a boat. But he better save those bucks, though, because I don't know if he'll be there next year, Jack.
Buddy, man, listen. That's going to be the thing to watch.
But who would want that team, though, Jack? Who would want to coach that team?
I don't know what their pick situation is, but now the problem is when you lose like this, who wants to coach the team? Who wants to come there to play for the team? The fan support is low, and we came out of that 10 years ago in Philly, man. It's hard to get back in the groove when you lose like that.
Yeah, man. Rumor has it, man, they called Skoogie to ask him to coach the team.
No.
That's the rumor, Jack. I don't know if it's true or not. They said they called Skoog and asked him to coach the team.
No.
They need somebody, Jack. Can you see Skoog coaching that team? He's throwing chairs across.
Patient is already this low. Every time somebody shoot a three on the fast break, I was like, I know he's going crazy in the house.
Shout out to Coach Skoog, man.
Oh
my God. That's too funny, Jack. Let's switch gears, man. So trade rumors, Jack. A lot of trade talk this time of year, and the Los Angeles Lakers have been a part of a lot of this trade talk, Jack. So what's the latest that you heard, Jack?
I thought, of course, Zach LaVine, the Bulls been rolling without him. What says a lot about him, that's a weird situation. He's one of those cats getting like 45, 50 million. So that's a contract that most teams don't want to take on.
Right.
What blew my mind was yesterday, I believe Woj or maybe Shams was talking about it, that DeJounte Murray from the Hawks is getting some interest. He doesn't make quite as much. He will be a great fit on the Lakers, who need that third scorer. Not necessarily, they don't need a superstar, and he's not a ball dominant guy like Zach is.
Right.
It's going to be a good fit. And that's some trade rumors out there. I did not see that coming. And the Hawks, very mediocre too.
Yeah.
And they gave up a lot for Murray and running through coaches. And Trae Young is not the most liked teammate.
Right.
It said on a poll, him and first is Rudy that people don't like. I can't understand why. Oh yeah, he did give us all COVID. He
started this COVID thing.
He did do that. I keep forgetting about that. Rudy, then Trae Young.
Yeah, man.
So maybe DeJounte is looking elsewhere as well.
Yeah, and when that trade happened years ago, when Murray got to Atlanta, I thought they were going to be good, man. But there's a lot of teams that they say that are interested in Murray. Besides the Lakers, I think Miami's name always pops up. The Knicks name always pops up.
Yeah.
You got a couple other people that are on the trade market. OG out there in Toronto. You got Siakam.
Siakam too, man.
DeRozan. I saw a report where it said LeBron is open to the idea of Levine or DeRozan, and I could understand that. Take either one of those players, and that changes that dynamic.
Buddy, I would love DeRozan.
But the only thing is they got to give up that young piece of Austin Reeves, man. We don't know what Austin Reeves can be. Any team that makes that trade is going to want the Lakers are going to want to get rid of what's our boy name? Kobe couldn't stand him. What was D'Angelo Russell. Listen, they want to part ways with him. Kind of never lived up to, what we thought he was going to be. And Reeves, man. It's tough to let Reeves go, though.
He looked great coming off the bench.
Yeah, he's that Ginobili type of spark coming in and getting some off the bench.
He could start if Russell wasn't there. Now they're both coming off the bench now, but they'll gladly get rid of Russell because Russell, I be watching him sometimes. It'd be like a 1-on-4 fast break. He'll pull up,
shooting the three.
Nobody down there. I mean, like, look at LeBron's face. I was like, yo, just make better decisions, man. Don't shoot the 1-on-4. I know that.
Like last year in the Western Conference Finals, in the playoffs in general, like he would have one good game. Like he had one good game against the Warriors.
Yes.
And I'm like, this is why they brought him here. I'm like, they got enough. And then he'll go 20 games without doing anything. He'll give you 11 points, maybe 12.
Man, he was
very inconsistent
against the Nuggets, man. But these rumors, man. Speaking of these rumors with Zach, man, I don't know what the the Bulls, man, they look like they don't need him.
Yeah, and I'm hearing that the Lakers trade is. They say that it's unlikely that it's going to happen. Everybody thinks that
so much cash he made.
Yeah, they said the way that the Lakers have been building their lineup, they think that trade is unlikely. But man, it would be nice to see him in that purple and gold lining up with AD and LeBron. Man, that'd be something special to see, especially if he's healthy.
Yeah, man, that's another thing. He does another injury-prone guy. But I would like players like the way how Cam Reddish has flourished. I think playing with a LeBron will help Zach. Because Zach looks at DeRozan and probably thinks, I'm better than him.
Right.
So he got to be with somebody that the pecking order is clear.
Right. And another surprising player that I saw today, I was just looking at this now, that is on the trade market for Utah. They're saying, it looks like they're looking at blowing that thing up. So they're saying, what's my man's name? Lauri Markkanen? They said plenty of teams are interested in him. Yeah. And if they're willing to trade him, he's a nice piece for any team.
That
land him.
He's the new power forward, 6'11" shoot. Oh man. Mm-hmm. Yeah. I like
him and Jordan Clarkson. I think if any team that can get Jordan Clarkson, that's a nice pick too. If you can have Jordan Clarkson coming off your bench, he is a walking bucket.
Jordan Clarkson is doing what the Lakers want Russell to do.
Right.
Same fit. Oh, yeah. Wow. I didn't know, man. Yeah, I would be
trying. The Lakers if you think about it, the Lakers had all those young pieces at one time. Clarkson, Randall, Ingram.
The hair.
The Russell. Yeah. They had a bunch of people, man. And it's a shame that I guess they got a championship out of it.
Yeah.
But those other players are other places flourishing, man.
Yeah, man.
Listen, I would love for the Lakers to get Jordan Clarkson back. I don't know if they could make that happen, but that would be a good look, man. Anybody that can get him.
Yeah. That's somebody like, if I'm the Knicks, what y'all want? He would be.
Jordan Clarkson would thrive inside of the guard.
God, they love him there. He'd be like the new version of Jamal Crawford out there. They would love him.
And I don't know if it's necessarily doable. I mean, they kind of play the same style of ball almost, but I would be interested to see Lauri Markkanen with Brunson, and he can take Randall.
Ooh, wait, buddy. And you know what? that'll probably be a better fit because Randall still think he like a 6'3" guard sometime. Dribbling.
He shoots some of the dumbest shots.
Yo.
Oh my God, frustrating.
Yo, I see why watching the Knicks now, because we got a local New York TV out here. So watching them more and more daily, I was like, that's why they're so frustrated at him. Because Brunson is the guy. If they had Laurie, buddy.
Yeah, and my man in New York, he's frustrating too. He's never really lived up to the hype either. Came out with Zion. RJ Barrett.
I don't like his hair.
Yeah, I don't like his game.
He's in between an afro and a low. You got to make a decision. See, that lets me know if you can't make a decision with your hair, can't make a decision on the court.
Well, you set me up every time, Jack. Because speaking of hair, and somebody whose hair is in a in-between stage,
speaking of hair,
Kevin Durant. Kevin Durant is frustrated again. He needs to cut that, Jack. This don't got nothing to do with him. He needs to take that off.
Yo, it's killing me, man. It's killing me. Brandi knows something I've been complaining about for years. It just bothers me. It looks like
oh my God.
But speaking of Gilbert Arenas says he says the only guy you ever saw with waves that was a baller was Tatum. He said, He said, if you got to do this all day, you're not getting buckets. He said, look at Kevin Durant's hair.
Look at LeBron.
Look at LeBron. I was like, look at Steph Curry. He said, you got a point.
Got a point. Yo, listen, man.
But Kevin is frustrated out there. And listen,
14 and 15, Jack.
As Martin said, you brought this on yourself. You got to take on. And he has great skills.
Yeah,
he doesn't have the kind of leadership that will corral the team.
Yeah,
sometimes we take that for granted when we see a guy like LeBron,
Kobe.
That stuff matters, man. Even a Chris Paul, even though he could be hard and tough to deal with, but LeBron, it seems like he has no interest in doing that.
Right. He just wants to play basketball. Not interested in brushing his hair. Not interested in corralling up his team.
He's definitely not doing this.
He just wants to go out there and get buckets, Jack. And I think that's one of the things that kind of separates him as a superstar, Jack. Like you said, some of this he's to blame for. I mean, but ownership, what made them think that trading for Bradley Beal, who's always hurt, getting rid of a top 5 point guard who still has something in the tank. You don't need him to do anything but run the offense, get a bucket here and there, hit an open three. What made them think that was going to work out there in Phoenix? And as we can see at 14 and 15, looks like they are, what are they in the West, Jack? I think they're 10th in the West. Yeah. No, I'm sorry, they're 11th in the West right now.
And losing to bad teams. I watched them lose to the Trailblazers. And they look so disorganized. Chris Paul, everything that's wrong with them, they already had in Chris Paul.
Yeah.
He would have made sure KD got the ball right. Just because you can dribble and get the ball up like Devin Booker, it doesn't mean you know how to make those decisions right. He needs somebody giving the ball to him. He's a lethal weapon.
Right. And you brought up a good point before we started the show. You said, I would have tried to make Ayton work, and I would have tried to make Chris Paul work. You had everything you needed. You just needed another solid year with a good training camp. You didn't need to blow the thing up and go for Bradley Beal. If I'm Bradley Beal, I don't want to go to the Phoenix Suns because Devin Booker's already there.
You're same guy.
Same type of player.
Do you think the owner tried to maybe push that along, try to make a splash?
I think so, because you know what? I think all these teams and a lot of commentators and people like us blame LeBron and the Heatles for this, but everybody thinks that you need a big three to win. And so everybody's going for that big splash. And if you really, really think about it, between the Miami Heat and the Boston Celtics with the big three with Pierce, Kevin Garnett, and Ray Allen, it hasn't really worked out for any team that's tried to do it.
And great point, man. Yeah, and when you look at those situations, they happen organically.
Right.
Brown and them went there as free agents. They didn't have to blow the team up. See, when Kevin Durant does that in the middle of the season,
right,
that blows the team. You got to send away a Mikal Bridges. If he had imagine if they had him on the team.
Man. And he was a great fit for that Phoenix.
He was rolling, man.
Man.
Of course, you get KD, but you don't blow up the team twice like how they did for Bill. I think Bill's a good player, but Bill at that price tag, he's probably making $50-some million and going up. So they can't get a free agent.
I thought that he was going to retire a Wizard. I thought when he went for that big contract, I thought he would die, for lack of a better term, in Washington, because that team, was never looking to go anywhere, and they gave him all that money as a kind of a thank you for sticking it out. And then when I saw him get traded into all teams,
I didn't see that.
Phoenix Suns, man, you can only imagine why Kevin Garnett is frustrated. But Kevin Garnett, like you said, puts himself in some of these situations. He's seen this before in Brooklyn. It's the same story all over again.
I watched him, I was like, why would you leave Steph Curry? I would have been like, get rid of Draymond if he was a problem. You know what they did? You know what they would did if Durant said, "Yo, I'll stay, but Draymond has to go." Draymond would have been playing for the Sixers or somebody.
Lakers, purple and gold or somebody.
Oh, he'd have been out of there. Then he goes and this is the second time he comes and they reform the team. Because when they got to the Nets, they was rolling because they had him, Kyrie, Jared Allen, LeVert, Dinwiddie. They blew all up. They bring in James Harden. That doesn't work. I don't know why he does that.
Yeah.
And the boy Eric Gordon, man, he ain't getting enough shots. Went to the press on him.
Yeah, and anytime that a player is frustrated enough to go to the press, you know that it's turmoil in that locker room. And like we said earlier, Kevin Durant is not the one that's he's not giving any speeches at halftime, Jack.
No,
he's not giving any, we were all in this together speeches, Jack. No, he's not doing it.
Yo,
he is not doing it. So,
and don't let him catch you brushing your hair. He'll get upset. Allegedly.
Smack the brush out your hand. But listen, he got to take some of the responsibility.
Gotta take it, man. Gotta take it.
Listen, I don't know, man. I think we might have seen the last championship.
Oh yeah.
For Kevin Durant, man. He's not getting any younger, man. He's not getting any younger, and that team doesn't look like it's on the way up, man. I wouldn't be surprised if he looks to be traded next season.
Wouldn't that be something? That would be insane.
And the way that today's NBA is going, that's realistic that it's going to happen. I mean, look at James Harden. Anytime they get to a team in 1 or 2 years, I'm not happy with my situation.
And
Here comes the trade rumors.
And before we move on, I'll never want people to blame that on LeBron James. LeBron James always plays out that contract. He'll leave as a free agent. He never forces the hand in the middle of the season.
And not to mention every team he's gone to, he's won a championship with. So put some respect on his name. So listen, Jack, let's switch gears, man. So your favorite segment, Don't Sleep. This week, we got the boy Shay. Do not sleep on SGA, Jack. Talk to me about him.
That young man. Now he averaging like 32 points a game. Rocking and rolling down Oklahoma. Now, if you're the Clippers, you're like, oh my God, we traded that kid away. I got him in the top 3 for the MVP this year.
Me too.
The Lakers snuck and got a win on him, but he still killed them.
Yeah, he's averaging 31, almost 6 rebounds, 6.5 assists on 54% shooting.
What?
Definitely top 3 in the I think it's out of him, Embiid, and maybe the Joker and Giannis in that MVP conversation.
And buddy, he gets it so easy, so smooth. His game is so no flash, but I just want folks who maybe don't get to see him a lot. keep your eyes on what's going on, not just with Shea, but that whole team. Thunder. You talking about trades? They got whatever you need in the trade. They got it. They got all the picks. They got 1,000 picks. So Shea, I'm just so impressed.
19-9, Jack. 19-9, their current record. I knew he was serious last year when he was talking crazy to LeBron. Like, man, I'm not that even impressed with his game. I said, oh, this kid is serious. He's a Kobe guy, though, so it makes sense.
Yeah.
He's a Kobe guy.
Listen, Kobe guys are not impressed by anything.
No, they're not impressed by anything LeBron.
No. And I'm looking at him like, yo, I'm really going to be tracking them and watching them. And I keep forgetting the coach's name, but he's doing something great down there to get those young guys to know that Shea's the guy.
And then you got Chet. Oh, my God, man. They have an incredible team, man.
Stuart Williams is down. And they're all like 25 and under. So rare in the NBA, man. They got some – they got a squad, and Shea is the guy.
Listen, man, it's interesting now that our boy Ja is back, man.
Ooh.
Listen, they have not. Shout out to Ja. You know, this doesn't have anything to do with this segment, but they're rolling since Ja has come back 4-0. I'm looking forward to them two going up against each other, man.
Listen, now who would have thought we'll be looking out to see the next two superstars? They're playing in Memphis and Oklahoma City. Insane.
And I think the point about Shea versus Ja is Shea pretty much took Ja's spot as far as where they rank certain players at the beginning of the season.
Yep.
I think Shea was, down towards he was maybe the top, what was it, like top 20, top 30 maybe. Mm-hmm. And then when all this controversy with Ja started, they kind of switched spots.
Top 10, right? Top 10.
Ooh,
and I must admit, I was like, man, that's a little fast for him to be put. Nah, he belongs right in that top 10. Y'all gonna have to work around that kid. Somebody's spot is taken. But that dude is serious.
Ja has kept his receipts, though. If you don't think that he's not paying attention to that type of stuff, he knows who's replaced him on that list.
Yes,
I can't wait to see them two play against each other.
Yes, sir.
Hey, man, he has a nice future to him, man. We say it week after week talking about these players, Ja, Ant-Man, Shea. The NBA is in good hands with those players, Jack.
Most definitely.
Oh, man. So listen. So this next player has had his hands. He's the league's been in his hands for the last 21 years. Jack, 21.
What a run!
LeBron turns 39 on Saturday. Can you believe that, Jack?
Still
a top 10 player at least in the league.
That's crazy. According to Kevin Durant, Kevin Garnett,
top 5.
yo, and I'm looking at his game like this guy is still like, why is he that good? Why does he look like he's still the fastest jumping the high? Why? I know we all know he's the smart guy and can do but like athletically, it's not supposed to be happening like that.
Yeah, and you figure to be turning 39, man, and to be averaging 25 points still, 7 assists, 7 rebounds. I mean, like, it's never been done.
Like a regular year for him.
It's a regular year. How long, realistically, can he do this, Jack? When do you think we get to the point where he's a 20-point per game scorer? Because he actually probably score 30 a night if he really wanted to.
Easily. Man, I'm thinking like I thought when he first got to the Lakers, I said maybe he has 2 good years left.
You put the right pieces around him, Jack.
He's on the second contract.
Yeah.
And I'm looking, and his game, he could really phase if he had another stud.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe AD, if he had another cat if he was playing with SGA. Or Halliburton. If he had another guard on that level, he could probably do 5 more years.
At least, right?
Yeah.
It's crazy to say that it's unrealistic for that LeBron James could possibly play 5 more years, Jack. 44
level. And people forget, like his 39, he could be in game years in his 40s, all those playoff games.
You figure he came in when
All
he
those
got
games.
drafted,
Yes.
technically when he's what? He was 18. Was
18.
he 17 or he was 18 when
Right,
he came
18,
in?
yeah. Played
And like
so
that's
many
crazy.
games.
So deep runs into the playoffs. You got the World Cup. You got Super Cup. You got the Olympics. You got all these extra games that he's played, man. So it's unbelievable. What were you doing when you were 39, Jack? What were you athletically doing at 39? Because that wasn't that long ago for me.
Barely getting down the steps. That's 2 years ago. Barely. Needing that railing.
Hurting my back, putting my socks on.
He running past. That block he got on Tatum. I was like, why are you even trying that at 39? Tatum was 24. I was like, I'll tell you what, let that old man catch him. First he caught him and blocked him.
Like unbelievable, man. And
yeah, man, we ain't gonna be able to when we start watching this 10 years and we see these guys, we're gonna think this normal because Curry is up upper 30s, even Durant. It's not normal.
Right.
This is not normal, man. I watched them fall off. We seen them fall off a cliff. Like for guys like Barkley. Barkley had it one year and it was gone the next. Just the wear and tear. Ewing, Elijah the greats that we saw when we were kids. Even Jordan. We noticed Jordan when he came back secondly, he wasn't super athletic guy.
Post up.
That right mid-post fakes, all that, he reinvented himself. Even Kobe did that. But this guy is still above the rim. I can't understand.
Yeah.
That part I can't understand.
Man. It's wild to think that at 39 still playing at this level, man. Like it's hard to fathom it, man. But like I thought about when you said that just now, somebody even like Shaq. The year that Shaq and them lost to the Pistons, Shaq was still the baddest man on the planet. That very next year in Miami, he was a totally different player.
When you fall, you usually fall hard and off a cliff. Like it's Wade's team. It is not Wade's team to go to Miami because but it has to be Wade's team because he's not that Shaq anymore.
Right.
You remember Dirk's last couple years? Like, oh yeah, he's old.
Yeah.
Tim Duncan, they're old. Even Kobe, you can see the age and the wear and tear. But Bron, I don't know. When they open him up and find the secret minerals,
study his bones,
vibranium, the Black Panther. That's what he got. he got that. Maybe he's been taking that. Something is crazy.
He's secretly the Black Panther, man. There's no way you can make this make sense, man. For him, the health, man, that's his biggest stat is that good health. Man.
It was crazy, and he missed. With the Lakers is the most time he's ever missed. Imagine if he could have played, because I never forget when they was his first year, he had that first serious injury to the quad. They was rocking and rolling, 4th place. He didn't have nobody on that team. They was beating Golden State by 25 with Durant when they got hurt. He had a ball out there. I can't even name them guys who he had out there before they traded everybody.
Tell me about it.
I was like, yo.
Wow,
unbelievable career. And of those who don't appreciate Brown as they should, he hangs them things up. That's gonna be a sad day in the league.
Yeah, it really is.
The league always goes forward. It's gonna be different because he's been the guy since he was 18 years old.
Wild to see, man. With LeBron turning 39 on Saturday, Jack, it was only right that that's a fact. Jack's stat of the week.
Drop it on us, son.
Had to be about our LeBron James, man. So a lot of these facts we'll already know, but we're going to recap them. NBA all-time leading scorer, Jack. The most consecutive double-digit scoring games at 1,096 games.
That's
most
crazy.
all NBA first-team selections at 13. Most 20-point games in NBA history at 1,171. Only player in NBA history to record at least 30,000 points, 10,000 rebounds, and 10,000 assists, Jack.
That's that right there. 30, 10K, and 10K.
And if I'm not mistaken, I believe he's the youngest player to ever score 10,000 20,000.
Yeah.
25,000.
1350. No, 14,700.
He's the youngest player to ever do that, Jack. It's wild to see, man. When he hangs it up, man, it is going to be a sad day, man. I remember when like AI retired and when Jordan retired. It just felt so weird. It is going to be strange, man, for having LeBron in the league all these years to see him retire at some point. But I don't think it's happening anytime soon.
It is what's crazy. I remember nobody, and this is my argument for LeBron, no one had those kind of expectations coming into the league.
Right.
Jordan surprised everybody by being that great.
Right.
Kobe thought he would be good.
Yeah.
Exceeded the expectations. This LeBron guy, 18 years old, you have to be a GOAT.
Yeah.
That's what's crazy.
Yeah. They put that on his shoulders and he carried it for this long. And
from the first game, knew he's better than everybody. From the first game, he knew the game better than everybody.
Unbelievable, Jack.
Ricky Davis said, we're going to get draft LeBron to help us out.
That's right.
They got rid of him next year. He ain't been in the league since. Talking about somebody who dropped the bag.
Oh, my God. Well, that's it for episode 9, Jack, and another one. And another one.
We got it in, man. Next time we will be coming through, it'll be 2024.
That sounds weird to say, don't it?
That is crazy, man. We think of
2024 for episode 10, bringing in the new year with episode 10.
Y'all said we couldn't do it, but somehow we managed to do it.
I think we said we couldn't do it, though. I think that was us. That said we couldn't do
it. Listen, I want to give a shout out to Camille and Karis doing their Kwanzaa bits this week, working it out. Thank y'all ladies for dealing with me and all my anxiety and making it happen. Those are my shout outs.
Oh man. So listen, man, I'm going to Best Kept Barbershop for my shout outs, man. Listen, man, when I walk in on Fridays, they love to grind me up either about not wearing my glasses or you got my boy City talking about how can I get on, man. Listen, I gotta get on the episode. So shout out to City, man. Shout out to the big homie Skep and Hogard, man. Listen, man. So shout out to those guys, Ricky Middleton, all my guys, Daf and Naj. What up, guys? Shout out to y'all.
Yes, listen. Y'all can catch us every Thursday on YouTube, dropping new episodes. Follow us at Politics. As usual, talk on all your social medias. That's Adam Carter. I'm Rashad Grove. Follow us on all the social medias where we're bringing this good content. And we may come back for the 10th episode next week.
Leave them with something smart, Jack. Leave them with something smart.
Silver bells.
Came here to take over the game. Yeah. Still. You know what's going on. Yeah. It's still politics as usual. Life looking beautiful. Talking real heavy. More heavy than the usual. Shook the whole world up. That type of motion new to you. To us it's a throwback. Losing, we don't know that. Only give them our facts. That's exact what y'all lack. Always show the people love so they show us love back. Yeah. And been worthy like